I used to think peace had a sound, the low hum of my apartment at night, the steady rhythm of my own breathing. But the night I heard that knock, it wasn't just a sound. It was a warning. When I opened that door, I didn't just see the woman who gave me life, I saw the ghost of every wound I thought I'd buried. My name's Lena Carver, and this is the story of how the woman who abandoned me tried to break into my life again, not for love, but for money. That I grew up in a small town in Ohio, the kind where dreams shrink faster than paychecks. When I was 9, my mother, Evelyn, left. No fight, no explanation, just the zip of a suitcase and the sound of the door clicking shut. She said she needed something more. My dad and we were the less. Dad ran a diner so worn down that the neon "open" sign blinked more than it glowed. He smelled of coffee and grease, his hands always cracked, his smile always tired. But every night he'd still ask about my homework, pretending the power outages and eviction notices didn't exist. By 13, I was babysitting, cleaning houses, delivering papers before dawn. Every dollar I earned went into keeping our lights on. I didn't hate her for leaving, not yet. But I promised myself I'd never need anyone like she did. By high school, I learned that numbers made sense when people didn't. I chased data like it was salvation, clean, logical, safe. A full scholarship got me to college, and there I lived on caffeine, code, and stubbornness. That I worked 3 jobs, waitress by day, office assistant by weekend, janitor by night. While others partied, I counted tips and memorized formulas. Every exam passed, every paycheck earned, was another brick in the wall between me and the past. When I graduated, I landed a job in Orlando as a data analyst. It wasn't glamorous, but to me, it was freedom. Within 5 years, I was leading projects, earning more than I'd ever dreamed. I paid off Dad's debts, fixed his diner's roof, and sent him money every month. He'd protest, but I'd just say, "You carried me once, Dad. Now it's my turn." He'd laugh, that same tired laugh, but this time, it sounded proud. "Mom, though? Just birthday cards. Cold. Empty. Hope you're doing well." As if she hadn't torn my world apart. Then, one autumn evening, came the knock. I wasn't expecting anyone. When I opened the door, she stood there. Evelyn. My mother. Beside her, a tall, cocky kid scrolling on his phone, her son, Ryan, my half-brother. She smiled like we'd just seen each other yesterday. "Lena, my sweet girl. Look at you." She reached out for a hug I couldn't return. Inside, her eyes roamed the apartment, the minimalist furniture, the skyline view. I saw the calculation behind her smile before she even spoke. She started small talk, all sugar and nostalgia, then dropped it like a grenade. "Ryan's starting college soon. Tuition $60,000. We were hoping you could help. You're doing so well, Lena. Maybe $3,000 a month." I almost laughed. $3,000 a month, like she was asking for a cup of sugar. Ryan finally looked up. "Nice place. Kinda small for someone making 6 figures." Then he smirked and went back to scrolling. That was the moment I realized, they weren't visiting. They were hunting. A few days later, I agreed to meet them again, stupidly hoping for closure. We sat in a crowded cafe. Evelyn put on her sad mother act, claiming Dad had kept her from me, that she'd tried to reach out. Lies. All of it. I'd seen Dad beg her to stay. Ryan didn't care. He just wanted a Mustang. "I need to fit in at college," he said. "And a new phone, this one's trash." Something inside me cracked. "You're asking for a car and a phone, on top of tuition?" I said. Evelyn's mask slipped. "You've got so much, Lena. Family helps family." Family. That word tasted like poison. I stood up. "I worked for every dollar I have. You left us with nothing. I don't owe you anything." Her voice rose, venom sharp. "You're just like your father, selfish." Ryan snorted, "Guess Dad was right about you." I walked out. My hands were shaking, but my voice wasn't. I'm done. But they weren't done. That same evening, another knock. They came back. Smiling. Too calm. Against my better judgment, I let them in. While Evelyn rambled about fresh starts, Ryan wandered off. When I turned, he was at my desk, my laptop open, my bank app glowing on the screen. What are you doing? I shouted that. He smirked. Just curious. Evelyn didn't even flinch. Why hide your money, Lena? We just wanted to see. My blood ran cold. They'd been digging into my life, my privacy, my safety. That I grabbed the laptop, heart racing. My dad's email was open too. That's when I saw it. An old message, forwarded to her account, from him. My salary. My address. My job title. She'd hacked his email. You hacked Dad? I whispered. Her silence said enough. Then, softly, he was a failure, Lena. I had to know how you turned out so well. Ryan laughed. Yeah, he's pathetic. You're better than that. That was it. You both need to leave. Now. I grabbed my phone, ready to call 911. Evelyn's face twisted. You'd call the cops on your own mother? I'd call them on a stranger breaking into my life, I said. They left, slamming the door so hard the frame shook that I sat in silence, staring at my locked door, my chest heavy with disbelief. I checked my laptop, failed login attempts, open password reset pages. It wasn't just greed. It was premeditated. I called Dad. He already knew, someone had changed his email password. He just sighed, weary. That's Evelyn. She breaks whatever she touches. I wanted to cry, but instead, I called my lawyer. By morning, we filed for a restraining order against her and Ryan. It didn't erase the hurt, but it drew a line. People say blood is thicker than water. Maybe. But sometimes, blood can drown you if you don't learn to swim away. I built my peace once. And I'll build it again, this time, with stronger locks and no apologies. If you've ever had to walk away from family to save yourself, tell me your story in the comments. Because surviving betrayal doesn't make you heartless, it makes you free.